Welcome back, everybody, to the Talk Shop, Season 5, Episode 11, I think.
11.
It's been 2 months?
2 weeks since you looked at me.
This is the quarterly.
This is your quarterly business update.
This is the earnings call for the Talk Shop.
We're still negative. We're still losing money.
We're in the red, severely.
I'm guessing the next episode will be the Megasode. Tom, you going to come up for the Megasode, or are we going to do it as a group?
Christ.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right.
That's like, I'm taking vacation and everything. I should be good to go.
The Megasodes come at you fast.
They really do.
They do. Especially since we're only like 3 episodes removed from the last Megasode. Since we recorded one of these.
That's true, yeah.
Good God.
Well, how's everybody been? It's been a while.
Doing good.
I'm doing good.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing at all has changed.
No.
Doing good. Everything's changed.
Yeah.
Sam, you want to start talking about politics?
No,
I know you do.
I really don't.
No.
I really don't.
But you do.
No.
I really don't. I will just say that I love what's going on right now. It's just delicious. I love the fact that, I mean, if you wrote it into an episode of a show, it'd be like considered corny. The fact that we literally had like the alpha bulldog dude bullying the beta Joe Biden about how he always wears a mask and about how
and then
takes
he goes
COVID too seriously, and literally 2 days later he's in the hospital.
The best.
It's delicious. I'm gonna have an orgasm. It's just delicious.
Just drink it up.
You couldn't ask for a better
Tasty.
thing.
It won't make a difference. Like, and for the record, I'm not one of those people that hope Trump dies or anything like that. I know that for a supporting base, it won't make a difference. But just as an observer of the world, if I was an alien up in a spaceship watching, it's just absolutely delicious that he's out there making fun of Joe's giant mask, which was easily the weirdest burn of the night. You expect Trump to come out swinging. I did not expect him to be like, "It's the biggest mask I've ever seen."
People always tell me, your mask, Joe, is too big. Joe, your mask is huge.
That's a pretty Trumpian thing to do. Like every time he talks about anything, it's the biggest I've ever seen. It's massive.
Can we just acknowledge this mask? It's the biggest mask I've ever seen in my life.
Like if you were gonna throw like your first swing at Joe Biden, who there's plenty of things you can make fun of Joe Biden.
His mask
like
are
this?
too large.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
There you go. You'd be a shit weatherman.
Yeah. We got a cold front coming in right here in the nosal region, getting the L'Oreal for Kids smell. Where this is a visual gag. Most of our listeners listen to the audio. All right,
Did you put our last video up on YouTube?
I did.
Did anybody watch it?
No.
Are there any views?
I didn't even know it existed.
3 views, so that's pretty
nice.
Good. 3 people watched it, and one of those was probably me, just seeing if it worked. So we're raking in the viewership is skyrocketing. I'm expecting sponsorship deals any day now.
I've been practicing
my Raid Shadow Legends.
For the day we get picked up on iHeartRadio, where we get to like do the really lame like commercials where it's like, oh yeah, it starts out as a commercial, but don't worry, we're people just like you, and we're gonna devolve into our typical shenanigans.
Let me read this copy. I love Product X. Product X is wonderful. I use Product X every day of my goddamn
life. You gotta do the Bill Burr thing where like every 4th ad read is so egregious that it gets the ad pulled. Like you lose your sponsorship because you're making fun of the thing too hard.
My microphone clicking like crazy. Right
yeah,
it was pretty staticky there.
Oh, you're unless you're muted.
Fuck.
You're good.
This is what
right. I'll cut that.
The viewers want.
That's a note to self right there.
The audio troubleshooting podcast. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. What were we talking about? Ads?
Yeah, we're talking about the day we get to start making ads, and we get to be you know what I love, Tom, is
Viagra.
That'd be sick.
Pampers adult diapers.
Blue Chew. Chew it and do it.
Life is hard. Get harder.
Lamau.
So
Blue Chew, if you're
Us,
listening,
pretty good game.
Sponsor us. Oh yeah, Among Us.
Among
so that
Us
blew up.
game.
That game's been out for 2 years.
Among Us?
Yeah.
Could you imagine being one of those guys that designed it and then suddenly you're rich 2 years later?
Like you made like $15. You sold 1 copy to some guy in like Bangladesh.
Did you guys see that picture side by side where it's like 2 years ago on release it had 3 consecutive players and now it has 33 million?
Those guys
million
made
times $5.
A lot of money.
Yeah, they're rich all of a sudden.
Yeah. if I remember correctly, I remember being on like the indie game dev subreddit and seeing progress pictures while they were developing the game.
Mm.
People were like, "Oh, that looks like Castle Crashers art style. It looks like Alien Hominid, all these other games."
$165 million at
Jeez.
least.
Do you think any of them like given up on their dream of being a programmer because the game, like it's years later, like he's working at the local Gas and Go, and now suddenly he's
I just imagine it's like wired directly to his bank account because it's just like one guy or whatever. He just wakes up, he's like, "Oh shit, I think the rent bill just went through. Did I have enough to cover it?" Opens it up, $1.6 million.
Holy
puts
shit.
the phone down.
Calls
All
the
right.
shitty gas station and says, "I quit."
Call the bank. Is this real or is this like a glitch?
Am I getting pranked? that I would watch that prank show. Make people think they're millionaires and then swoop in at the end. And be like,
I saw that prank
gotcha.
once. There was a it was
That's
pretty
fucked up,
famous.
man.
But I don't know if you heard of it. College humor.
Yeah.
They used to do prank wars, and one of the ones they did between Amir and some other guy was he like seriously booked out an entire basketball stadium and set the whole thing up. You had to shoot a basket from half court blindfolded for $1 million.
Okay.
And he had it set up so the guy who was playing the prank on put on the blindfold and did the shoot, and then the whole crowd reacted like he'd made it.
That's amazing.
So he pulls off the blindfold and everybody's going, "Oh my God." The guy's like, "You won $1 million." So the guy's like freaking out.
That's
and
amazing.
And then you get to see his face when they tell him no, he missed it. And it wasn't real.
Just kidding.
The guy who pranked him comes out and it's just like, "I gotcha."
Oh God. Just terrible.
That's pretty good.
It's worth looking up because this dude, like, you saw him literally think he became a millionaire and then realized that not even close. Like all in the span of about 30 seconds. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Nope, sorry, man. You're still a college humor writer.
They've all gone on, dude. College humor shut down, but they've all gone on and have great careers. They like work for Saturday Night Live and stuff, and
the pinnacle of comedy, Saturday Night Live.
I mean, if you want to get paid, it is.
When was the last time that was funny? Yeah, money,
Never.
sure.
It's in high school. Everybody's most fond of the time span, like when you were in high school. That's when, for you, Saturday Night Live was the funniest.
That's true. Yeah.
I cannot remember the last time I put on like Saturday Night Live and laughed.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now for sure, no way. But there's probably some high school kids eating it up.
Probably the first time I saw The Chronic. That was probably the last time I laughed at Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, and that was like what, 2005,
2005, yeah,
something like that. Yeah,
it was high school. So I mean, you're dead on. But I mean, and that joke got old really fast. The whole joke of that was The Chronic sounds like the Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Do you get it?
We should front load this episode with video game talk, just like we did the last one.
Yeah, I think
let's
we should start warning people like, okay, video game talk in the beginning. If you don't like that, skip like 20-30 minutes ahead, and then we'll probably be talking about penises. So
because we got like at least 2, maybe 3 topics to cover, video game related. I think the elephant in the room. Well, actually, it's not an elephant in the room because none of the listeners know we've been playing
Hades
this
is
game
so
and all.
fucking good.
But Hades, Supergiant Games' latest, is a fantastic video game.
I just feel like
on a whim recommended it to us randomly, and I was like, "Oh, Supergiant made it." I liked Bastion. Bastion's a good game. Played it. One of the best games I played in a very long time.
Outstanding.
It was seriously like, I saw it, and I'd been following its production because I love Supergiant Games. I loved Bastion, and I love Transistor a lot. Like they did a lot of really cool things for indie game development, and I saw that they had a new one out. It was a roguelite, which is not my favorite genre. I actually kind of avoid those games because I don't like starting over every time I play and doing the same thing.
I was hesitant because before Hades, there was literally only one roguelike that I ever liked, and that was FTL. And every single other one, I was like, nah, like it's just not my thing.
Fortunately, when I was looking it up, I saw the magic words, which was that you do have some form of progression. That's all I needed to see. You progress a little bit, you get a little bit stronger.
It's a roguelite, not a roguelike. That's the difference. If you progress, if there's something that you carry on to the next run, that's a roguelite with a T. A roguelike is fuck you. You start over with nothing. You're poor again. Good luck.
Okay, so I like roguelites then. I like roguelites.
Right, why would you ever want to play a roguelike?
Yeah.
Some people really love that. Like, I don't know.
Morons.
But anyway, I played it for like an hour, and it was seriously the most fun I'd had. Like, video games are such a hot, cold thing for me. Like, I go through phases where I find a game that I really like, and I play it kind of obsessively any chance that I have some free time. And then I always go into like the loveless marriage phase with it, where it's sitting there and maybe I'll turn it on, play for 5 minutes, and shut it off. But as soon as I played Hades for like an hour, I was like, damn, this is the most fun I've had with a game in a long time. So I dropped it in the chat, and fortunately, you guys really liked it too.
Yeah, and like
I've been playing the hell out of it.
Me and Corey were messaging back and forth after we both started playing it, and it was we both kind of experienced the same thing where once you get like a game that's really good and you're really into it and you just want to keep playing it, during the day it's like all you think about is like, okay, when I'm done with work, I'm gonna play some Hades. Like the last game that was like that for me was Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yep,
which was
same
2 years ago at this point now, or close to 2 years ago.
Actually, no, my last one I think was Disco Elysium, and then
that didn't
and
grab
then
me.
before that was Red Dead.
I gotta play that again because like as soon as I flicked on the lights in that game and had a heart attack, I was like, okay, this is pretty good. A fucking game. But yeah, I gotta play that. But Hades, for just like a quick overview of it, it's like loose. Well, it's based on Greek mythology. It's super stylized. I'm trying to think of like the way to kind of encapsulate it. It's like yeah, I don't know. It's like a really stylized version of Greek mythology. There, like you play as this guy Zagreus. He's mentioned in like one poem, like offhand by whoever decides. I guess Homer. He's the guy who just decides what Greek mythology is or whatever. So he's mentioned like once, and you play as this guy. He's Hades' son, and you're trying to escape out of Hades, hell,
the underworld. Yep.
Yeah. So each run, you just battle your way out, and then you get to whatever point you die, you start over again. And that's the whole thrust of the game.
And I gotta say, the whole idea of like the boons, just that idea.
Yeah.
Where, first of all, there's a million of them. Like there's so many of them, and even I've played a little over 40 hours now, just like an absolute crap ton of that game, and like I'm starting to get pretty comfortable. Like the gods that I pick most often, like I know the kit pretty well, but even then it's like, you know, if you're holding out for a specific one, you could pretty easily encounter that god like 3, 4, 5 times and not get like the one.
Right.
Yeah. And like the crazy thing is, like there's some that just suit my play style better. You know, like Athena, obviously I love the deflection and that sort of thing.
Sure.
I like defensive playing and stuff for the most part. But
what's your main weapon that you run?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know how many people are going to agree with me, but I love the spear.
Oh, the
Sam
spear
loves
was
the spear.
The spear was my first winner. That was the one that I liked a lot from the start.
I beat it on the bow, which I don't know how that happened because I don't like the bow at all.
Dude, the bow, I mean, I sent the screenshot in the chat. Like I won the bow run on my first try, but that wasn't a bow run. That was a dash run. That was like,
sure. I just unlocked.
It was so dumb.
I unlocked 3 of the legendary aspects today, and one of them's the bow, and it's pretty fucking sick because it spreads.
The aspect of
fucking, I don't know.
Helen?
No,
starts with an H.
How do you get? I haven't unlocked any of the hidden aspects.
Hera, probably.
How do you actually get those?
So you have to unlock the legendary aspect of Guan Yu for the spear first.
Okay.
And you do that by investing 5 Titan Bloods into the spear, and then you have to talk to who do you talk to?
Achilles?
Yeah, it is Achilles. Yep. No, it is Achilles. You talk to Achilles. He says, go say this phrase to your spear, and then it unlocks the aspect of Guan Yu, and then after that,
Rub-a-dub-dub, give me the blood.
All the other things.
Very good. All right, cool. Yeah, I it's my favorite game in a long time. Like Tom's right about the play styles, because it's like I've watched videos and streams and stuff of other people playing, and I watch them go out of their way to pick the rooms that I never pick, like, you know, like Aphrodite or something. Like I would
Aphrodite's trash.
Yeah. But other people pick them.
That's the thing. That's actually where I was
like, okay.
That's where I was going with that. It's like, if you invest in like the ones you don't think are good, they're very much playable. Like I never touched Poseidon, but I did like a heavy Poseidon run one time. If you're dashing around pushing people into walls, that's broken as fuck.
This is the one. This is the one I did. This was the 21-minute run where you have the dash damage and knocks people away, and then you get rupture, where boons that knock people away, enemies are also ruptured, which is when they move, they take damage. And then you get the bonus knock into wall damage. And then there's another one, that's a percent. There's another one where when enemies are knocked into walls, they do an AoE like explosion of damage. Yeah.
It's insane.
So it's just constant detonation.
And then I got the Hermes +3 dash charges.
Right.
So is that the epic or the legendary?
Yeah. So I was literally just every room. I never used the bow a single time in that entire.
It's insane.
Yeah. The minute that I recommended it to you guys was because I'd been using the spear, funny enough, and I'd been having a great time with it. And then I noticed that they were giving you bonuses if you chose certain weapons. So I chose the bow for one, and I got the explosive bow. Yeah. And I was playing the game completely differently than I've been playing it to that point, and I was having as much fun. Yeah. And I was like, okay, so what they've done is they've developed like a 1 in a million system where no matter what random elements you get, there's always maximum fun potential.
Because you play with what you get.
Yeah.
Like there's no like bad
what kind of boons you have. Yeah.
It's not really a bad setup. It's really rare that you encounter something like you just have trash boons.
It's like this is not playable.
Like this is like
the only time that's happened to me is where
you run full Aphrodite.
Or who's the
Aphrodite can be pretty good, especially if you mix them with Odysseus and stuff.
Who's the weakness guy?
That's Aphrodite is the
Dionysus?
weakness person.
No, there's weakness. And
Dionysus,
Dionysus. That's what I was saying.
That's Hangover.
Yeah, I never use him. Whenever there's like every time you get one of those choice rooms where you have to pick between two gods, it's always Dionysus and X. And I always pick X, and every time it's like, bruh, come on, bruh. Why are you doing
I
this
love
to me?
Dionysus.
The
man.
only
He's
time
my dude.
The only time I found myself in a run where I was like, oh, this is actually just not playable was I got I got to the very end to the sticks, and I picked the stupid option from the anvil to remove one of my random upgrades
for
the
two
daedalus
more.
upgrades for two more random ones.
It was just trash.
One of them that I got, this was on a shield run.
Was it like the multiple bounce one where it adds like 4 bounces?
No, that's good. You want that?
Yeah.
The shit one, it ruined the game. I got it was like hold Y or hold special to throw a more powerful shield.
Yeah.
But that significantly slows down how quickly you can use it.
Yeah.
And like my attack was shit and my dash was shit. Like all I had, it was like I was like all in on my special being just retarded, and so I could only cast like a third as many as I could before in the same amount of time, and it was just ruined the whole thing.
If you get the shield with the deflection and Hermes where you throw it's faster, you could just like lightning shield.
It's so
awesome.
good, but
lightning's the way to go. Like for pure damage, Zeus
shield.
Is
I think Zeus and Poseidon. If you just get those two, it's just the game is super easy. It like plays itself.
The easiest run I've had is if you get the adamant rail, the gun. And you get the 300% damage plus size, and then keep increasing that. I mean, it's the game on easy mode. It's
just nuke the map.
Yeah, you literally just you get to a corner and just blow everything else up, and you never have to think about it.
I got to do another rail run. I only did the one, and it was okay. Well, no, okay. I only won the one. I did a few that like didn't work out.
The aspect of Lucifer like gives you perma nuke basically all the time.
Really?
I haven't gotten it yet, but if you look it up, it's pretty insane. I was like, oh, that's really overpowered.
Yeah. So like all of this to say, this is a very all these like different add-ons, these boons you get are like very modular and they interact in one specific way. But when you add more and more boons, they interact with each other in different ways. So you can get these ridiculous combinations. So it's like a rogue light.
Yep. LITE.
It's very fun to play. Just in general, the controls are very tight. It feels like you're doing stuff. Oh, there's a cat touching my shoulder. Wait, let's see if we can get him in the shot.
Oh, we see this little pod just dipping into the screen.
Oh.
Yeah, I would recommend. It comes with my fullest recommendation. Hades, check it out.
10 out of 10. I've had no.
It's only like $20 too, or was it 30? I think I paid 20.
Yeah, I mean, I got it when it was new and on sale. That was and I had a bunch of coins saved up on the Switch store. So I paid $3 for that. Easily the best $3 I paid all year.
So good.
That's good. Good
Wait,
shit.
are you playing on
I think
Switch,
it's on
Sam?
sale again.
Yeah, of course.
Oh. Oh.
I think Corey plays on Switch too.
Play on
play-
PC.
Yeah, I play PC as well.
Oh, you were talking about pressing Y and shit.
No, I
Well,
use,
Well, I
an
use a
Why
Xbox
is
controller.
not-
Yeah,
why is
I use my
not,
PS4 controller.
Oh,
Yeah, I use an Xbox controller.
I use the WASD and a mouse.
You play on
What
keyboard?
the fuck? Why?
Yep.
You're a
Oh,
psycho.
it fucking works. I do.
Yeah, I
real
mean, it
good.
must. I tried. I mean, I
I-
started the game originally with a controller, but like at some point I was like, oh, well, let's see how the keyboard, like, how does this
Yeah.
work? Does not work.
Corey and Coda put me to shame on this game because like I've enjoyed it and I've played it a lot, but y'all are beating it like every 20 minutes. Showing
Yeah.
like
Yeah, same.
I've
I
put
beat it once
38
and I haven't
hours into
touched
it already. And
But
I
you guys are like getting into the high autism meta of it.
Yeah.
You're like, with this, if I get to this corner of the screen with this combination, I can do this move.
exactly. And I have like 75% of the prophecies done now. I'm gonna 100%
Oh,
this
shit.
game.
That's
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
Going for the plat.
Yeah, it's insane. That's how much I like it, man. It's insane.
Yeah, it's really
I finished I finished the like main story.
Yep. We did it the same night.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I was like, oh, okay.
Like, I didn't know that anything more was even going to happen.
I'm very proud of all of you, but I do just, I just feel like while we're talking about this, I feel like it is important. I feel like one of us beat the game first, though, and I just feel like we need to acknowledge
That's
who
Corey,
that
right?
was.
Who
it
beat
Corey?
Hades first?
Who beat Hades first?
Sam
For
beat
sure.
it first. I beat it last.
Yes.
I was late to the party.
Yep.
I still haven't beaten it again. I've just beat it the one time.
I'm not saying it was me. I just don't remember.
I think it
moved on
was
to-
Sam.
It was Sam.
It
It
was
was?
me.
Okay.
Oh, I was totally being facetious.
Oh yeah. Okay,
I
okay,
absolutely
okay,
beat it
yeah,
first.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, no, it was me.
Yep.
It was me. No,
me,
Austin.
But
It was
I have
always
not.
me.
I have not even come close to like the real ending or unlocking the prophecies or any of that stuff that you.
And now I just teabag Hades. I'm like, it's time for your bitch slap.
Yeah.
Come here, Papa.
I'm glad they added
Time
in.
Heat
to
five.
tear you a new asshole.
I'm really glad they added in the punishment pact
Yeah.
because at a certain point, like you are just so familiar with the game that it is actually like as
Yeah, to make it
impossible as it
harder, yeah.
was at 15 hours. Like now at 40, like it's actually just too easy. And
Right.
so like the heats and stuff is a really really cool idea.
And they keep giving you like Titan's blood and diamonds and all that. So they reward you for playing it on harder levels.
Do yourself
Yeah.
a run or do yourself a favor and just for fun, start a run with every punishment pact thing turned all the way up, just to see
Oh.
what it's like.
It's called
It
like
is-
the 34 run.
It is completely retarded.
I think that's actually a trophy that you have to do
Is it? Good
Yeah.
lord.
Beat the
It is-
game with
it is-
that.
It is not playable.
with everything turned on.
Oh my lord. I
I'm
just
not
want to
really-
It's
acknowledge for
insane.
our visual
Getting toasty
our
up there, huh?
watchers. Yeah.
Holy
I got
fuck.
some major. See, I should never wear gray shirts. I'm just a sweaty guy in general, but it's hot
Need a-
as shit up in my office.
Office.
My orifice.
Yep.
Look at this, it's drenched.
You just need to calm down, man. Relax.
I'm talking about Hades, man. It gets me all worked up.
Right. It's the reason why I was late. Playing too much Hades.
Yeah.
I still have
That
18
jerking off.
trophies to do. Good God.
Well, I'm going to segue to my personal next topic,
Go for it.
Spelunky 2. That also came out.
Very good.
Am I the only one who played it?
No, I've played it.
I think so. Yeah. Sorry about that.
I don't want to crap on your game, man. It wasn't for me. Let's just put I've given it 3 tries, and each time I've like gotten about 40 seconds into it, and I've been like, nah, I'm not enjoying this.
No, that's all right, man. Like, it does take like a certain level of intellectualism to actually be able to understand
Oh, Jesus Christ.
fundamentally how
You
to
need
play it.
you need like a certain IQ to be able to
Yeah.
appreciate Spelunky.
I mean, like you start to lose the understanding of the core game mechanics when you drop like sub 70 IQ, I think. So
Hey, man,
I'm just kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
watch Rick and Morty, man.
Oh, I'm talking to a genius here. No, it's fun. If you like the first Spelunky, it's that but better, I would say. I've there's been some complaints about spawns and stuff, but I've had no real. I mean, it felt very much like the first one, but just more of it. So I've been completely content with it. It's good. So if you like Spelunky 1, chances
Spelunky.
are you'll like
And
Spelunky.
that is a rogue like with a K.
Well, there is some progression. You can get shortcuts.
Oh, it's a rogue light now.
I think it is a roguelite technically, but
besides,
you don't have character progression, so that's different. And you do
like
start fresh every time. So.
I feel like we need to do this a little bit better in that we're just kind of talking like everybody. Like we're kind of talking to each other because we all know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
If you're going to talk about Spelunky 2, you should probably like explain what it is. Like you just say.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So it's like a procedurally generated roguelike light. You're just like a little cave explorer, platformer, 2D. It's really challenging, very difficult. It's very easy to die. You will die a ton, but those runs that you get really lucky, you get tons of money, you get all the great items and everything, and you just cruise your way through. Well, that's awesome. Just look up videos. I don't know. I can't really do it justice just saying words about it.
I can't understand why our podcast isn't hyper successful. I like this thing. Go look up videos.
Well, it's like, I can't unless I just pull it up on stream right now and play it. That's the only way you're gonna understand what the fuck I'm talking about. So it's like there's no way. I am not a poet. I'm not a writer. I cannot paint pictures with words.
I really enjoyed this book. Go look up the Wikipedia article on it. That'll tell you the plot.
It's
really
like
good.
I don't remember what it's called. It's called like Lord of the something.
Lord of the Flies.
Necklace or something. I don't know.
It's got
some like short people that save the world. I don't know. It's really weird.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Some birds come. I don't know. Dakota, you said there were 3 games. What's the third one?
I didn't say a third game.
I said
Tom at the beginning said there were like 3
Tom said
potential
3.
subjects.
Well, I didn't know if we wanted to talk about like
I just want to talk
pre-order
about
fiascos.
Haze for
That's what I
3
figured we were going to talk about.
Or
was the
Sure,
new-
yeah.
actually
Talk about that.
here's a fresh one, if I may interject quickly.
Sure.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remastered.
Oh yeah.
I just got that on PS4.
Is it any good?
It's really good. Yeah, it's excellent. I've been
Should
having a
check
ton
it
of
out.
fun. It brings back the memories. They got the whole soundtrack, listening to Superman and Power Man 5000. It's great time skateboarding around, collecting letters for some reason, getting the secret tapes, all that fun stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like Tony Hawk a lot.
We talked
like
about it
this
last
for sure.
episode. That's just another one that's not for me. I never understood. Like I wanted to like it so bad so I could fit it in high school or junior high probably.
Oh yeah, I forgot
And,
about that. We did talk about that.
Yeah, you press a few buttons and it works. And I don't know. That's every video game though, right? So it's hard to
Yeah.
criticize.
It's like it's an arcadey skateboarding game. I don't know. You like it or you don't. That's the same as anything else. But
Like I said, the older I get, the more like love hate the dichotomy becomes. Like I really do go through phases where I just turn on the PlayStation and turn it right back off, and do that like 4 or 5 times in a night, and then go to bed.
yeah,
And then
sure.
something like Hades comes around, and I play it, a whole lot. And life is good, and then eventually that gets tired, and then I just realize, there's a fun game you guys can play as you get into your 30s that none of you guys have to play yet, where it's am I losing interest in things just because I'm maturing, or is it actually clinical depression?
Oh fuck.
No, I get that, man. I do. Like,
it's like
there was a stretch right when COVID started where I was trying to just play video games and I just was not having any fun. Even games that I had played before that I loved, and it was just like,
I could be working
I
on
guess
my
I don't like video
carpentry
games
project
anymore.
right now.
Yeah.
I guess I could paint my entire house or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's a very real
You're
thing.
evolving to the night. You gotta now you need to focus on grilling and building a deck.
Yep.
right.
Yeah, that's those
And
are
then
the
hosting
new
Super Bowl
hobbies
parties.
that your brain
Yep.
is allowed to extract enjoyment
Yeah.
from.
You're looking around the house. You're like, is there a project that I could find fulfillment in around here? And if I did that,
Then you
is
finish
that
it.
better than playing
and
a
it's
video
never
game?
good
Would
enough.
that fill the hole in my heart?
That shelf is like 0.3 degrees crooked. Now I have to stare at this shelf that I put up every day of my life and know that it's not perfectly plumb.
That's like that's literally the first world problem, right? That we all have the wonderful gift of trying to fill our days before we die with extra things because all of the basic stuff is taken care of. We're going to eat, we're going to be warm, we're going to sleep in a bed. So then our minds get to evolve to this point where we're like, but how can I enjoy it the most?
Yeah, we got to maximize enjoyment.
Yeah.
man.
What can I do that will make the number of times I think about my own mortality per minute the lowest? We need to
How-
knock that ratio down. Right?
How can I make sure that I'm the happiest I can possibly be all the time?
Yes,
Just like-
exactly. Liquor. That's
Liquor,
about
yes.
that's all. Yeah.
It's the
Nah,
answer
man,
to
'cause
everything.
when you hit your 30s, trust me, that's not the answer anymore either. Because then you got to deal with the fallout the next day, and it's not worth it.
Right on. So pre-orders.
Yeah.
Who here has actually been able to pre-order a console?
I think I'm the only one, and I like put the work in, man. I went to the Thunderdome on day one, and got my Amazon pre-order. But as a caveat to mine, even though I got the pre-order, literally the next day they sent out an email and they're like, "We don't know when we're going to be able to get this to you. Yeah, you've got it, but we don't know when we're shipping it." So
that's fucked up. It should be on your doorstep, November 13th or whatever.
Amazon, you said you got it from?
Yeah, I got so lucky, dude. So first of all, speaking of like the love-hate video game, it feeds into this in the fact that, I wanted to make it clear, we talk about video games a lot in here, but obviously there's I want to make it very clear to the audience that I take care of my family. I play with my daughter. I do all those things.
You don't.
And like video games, they happen usually between 11 and 2 a.m. Depending on how much of my sleep I want to sacrifice.
The real Sam hours.
Yeah. And,
they're twilight hours.
But that being said, when they did the PS5 reveal, and then I found out the pre-orders were going to be happening, I did become that guy, and was just glued to my phone. All my notifications turned on, and literally poor Becca, she was trying to talk to me about how she'd broken her leg falling down the stairs or something like that. And
yeah, that's nice.
I can't feel below my hips.
Will you shut up? I need to order this.
I need to refresh
console.
this page.
And,
I need my pre-order. Did you
to
get
the
digital
point-
or physical, by the way?
Absolutely. I will always be physical. I don't like digital only because
So
I wanna be able to
here's
resell it.
okay. I have a comment about the digital physical thing. I think Sony screwed that up because, okay, we all know it's not a secret why the digital one's cheaper, right? Because they're not losing any money off the top of the sale of retail games when you buy.
And there's no disc drive in it, which does cost something.
Sure, yeah. There's no mystery why it's cheaper. Okay, great, no problem, right?
Not $100 cheaper for a disc drive.
Well, yeah, but it's
Blu-ray player
cheaper.
for $20.
It's cheaper because it's part of the math over the life of the console. Like if I buy a game in a store for $60, or if I buy one on a digital store for $60, Sony makes more money on the one they sold me digitally. Because they're not as much money as of that is getting scraped off the top to pay Walmart and distributors and wholesalers and Yeah. So, but then Sony also announced that the retail cost of new AAA games, the cap would be raised to $79, or I'm sorry, $69 here. So so $70 for a new game. In Europe, it's even more. In Europe, it's like 79 euros for a new AAA game, which is it's like $90. Ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
So I think they fucked that up, right? Because you bait everybody into, so you don't fuck with the price of games at the same time that you're trying to bait everyone into buying the cheaper console that makes you more money, right?
Yeah.
So you sell everybody the digital one, maybe even make it cheaper, $350, $300, ridiculous, right?
Then you ratchet up the price of games.
Yeah, and then in 2 years, hey, look, this new, you want to play Elden Ring or whatever? Sorry, $84.99 USD. Nothing, you want to play it, right?
Too bad.
Oh,
Or you
Can't
could go
get
to
a disc.
Or you could go to Walmart and pay $60. It sucks to be you. Yeah.
While we're talking about the price, I do want
I
to
think
say
they fucked that up. They could have made $1 zillion.
because I'm buying a PS5. I haven't committed to the PlayStation 5. I do want to say right now, as a predictor, call me Nostradamus, whatever. Xbox and Microsoft are going to dominate this console cycle.
I think so too. Yeah.
It's not even going to be close. And that's
the deal's too good, man.
Yeah,
it's
that's
too good.
before they bought Bethesda, and
Yeah.
now that they have, if they want to make Fallout and Elder Scrolls, if they want to make those console exclusives, I mean that's going to destroy a big part of Sony's market. But on top of that, this whole streaming game, this what's it called, the Game Pass?
xCloud or Game Pass?
That was Game Pass.
So Game Pass is like,
doesn't stream. It's like a subscription service. xCloud is their streaming platform.
Oh, so
where
they
you
have
can
two
stream it to your
platforms?
phone,
yeah.
Oh,
and you can play.
I'm talking
Xbox
about
games on your
I'm talking
phone.
about game, whatever it is where you pay a membership and you get access to every new game coming
Yeah,
out.
that's
Game
Game
Pass.
Pass.
Yep.
How much is that a month? I don't know.
$5.
That's only $5 a month.
Oh, wait, no,
Lowest tier, yeah.
Sam's like, I'm canceling.
Okay. It's complicated.
He's like,
okay?
fuck it.
So there's
Demon Souls suck my dick.
I pay $5, but I'm in a beta program that also includes PC, so that won't be $5 forever. The Xbox One is $10 standard.
Okay, but still $10 a month with games going up to $70.
Yeah.
To purchase one.
Yeah.
So for 7 months of Game Pass, you can have one new game, AAA.
Can we talk about the monthly plan deal thing that Microsoft is doing?
Sure.
So Microsoft is saying, okay, $500 for an Xbox Series X, whatever, fine. Or you could pay 0% interest on an installment plan on an Xbox. And in return, you give us $35 a month. You get Game Pass Ultimate, which is the highest tier of Game Pass, and Xbox Live for 2 years. They just throw it in. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
so you pay
that's
$35 a month, no interest, no additional cost for the retail cost of an Xbox, and you get Xbox Live and Game Pass for 2 years.
They're not playing.
They're going to sell 100 billion of those things for that. Oh, it's unbelievable.
Bitch, I'm tired of losing.
Yeah.
So, but
and selling people things monthly is a way easier sell.
Here's what I'll tell you.
$500.
Here's what I'll tell you. As a family man who, one kid right now, possibly a second one, probably coming next year if I had to guess. No, that's not an announcement. I'm just guessing based on the stars. Like, that's not me saying anything. I'm just saying, like,
sure.
Yeah.
Sagittarius.
Yeah. The idea of, like, you're going to have kids that are going to be playing video games and they're all going to want different ones, and they're so expensive now. Like, the idea that I could have a streaming service where I'm like, find something to play on that. Like, every other parent of every other family, like, there's no way they're going to go for Sony. Like, when every soccer mom on the planet figures out that they can just subscribe to this thing for $10 a month and they never have to worry about going to Walmart or whatever for another game again.
Fucking sold.
There's no stopping that. There's no stopping Microsoft this console generation. I will tell you, I'm such a simp for the Souls series. I think the only reason I'm getting a PS5 at this point is because it's launching with Demon Souls. Like, if it was not for that, I think that I'd be going Microsoft this generation.
Yeah.
As long as my homies would come with me, because, like, I care more about playing online than I care about any single player thing right now.
It's funny too that despite all of the commitment that Microsoft clearly has into making this go well, they literally cannot ship a game.
Yes.
Game. Yeah. It's theirs. Like, Xbox is theirs. Halo is theirs. They have unlimited time to make it because they're the ones, they know when it's theirs.
They set the release date for the consoles.
They have unlimited time and unlimited money, and they can't ship it. It's actually just preposterous.
Well,
how is it possible?
I do believe that the feedback they got from the trailer was like, this looks like an Xbox original game.
It did look bad.
I think they were like, oh shit, this is actually going to mean something. We should pull it back. We'll just say we're still working on it. And then they'll have the revamp. It won't be this holiday season. It'll probably be next holiday season. Then they'll be like, here's the real Halo Infinite, and it will look spectacular.
I think they underestimated how much the subsequent Halo sequels since 3 have hurt the franchise. I think they thought that they would just say that it was a new Halo and everybody would freak out and be,
4 or 5, they suck. I fucking hate those ones.
And I think
3 is the last good Halo game, or ODST, but
they were seriously like, oh, it's Halo. All we have to do is show the Halo logo and people will come out. That's what worked for the original Xbox.
That worked in 2007.
Yeah, this will happen again. And oh my God, they get just destroyed. Yeah. Rightfully so, in my opinion. If you're going to launch a console on a game, it better be better than what they showed.
Then they're like, nah, fuck you. This is backwards compatible with every other Xbox. We have Game Pass. We have Xbox Live. You can buy the $300 model and just jump in. And then they just, like, both barrels. They're like, and then Sony's like, we have Demon Souls and a new Spider-Man.
And here's what I'll say. Here's why I feel good about sticking with Sony. I don't want the gaming market to go to streaming. I do not want Microsoft to win. They're going to. They're going to. Like, they're going to win.
It's the easiest. Whatever the easiest option is for consumers, they'll pick every time. That's why
But
we have these shit streaming services all over the place now.
That's why there's a Walmart in every town in America.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to support Sony, and I'm hoping that the money that I pitch in will keep contributing to them developing these single player experiences, these AAA first line titles.
Just wait for Game Pass on PS5.
Oh, it's inevitable. Sony's going to have to.
No, I'm thinking
PlayStation
Microsoft's
Now.
going to try to.
Yeah. Oh, you think so?
Try to
No.
resell Game Pass. There's no way that's not happening, right?
There's already they have ties with Nintendo. There's a chance they could put xCloud onto Switch. That's a possibility that exists.
Could the Switch run most Xbox Microsoft?
Well, xCloud is streaming. You don't need the hardware.
It doesn't need to run the game. It just needs to run the client that's remoting onto the machine.
You need to be connected to the internet, and that's it.
I'll tell you what.
xCloud on Switch would be great. That would be that.
You have to have really good Wi-Fi though if you're going to be streaming video games.
Well, here's
I
the
don't
thing.
know.
I wouldn't trust
so
that connection without hardwire.
So Microsoft owns this company called Parsec.
Oh yeah, yep.
And this is unrelated, but we just finished. Me and Corey wrapped recording Dad Picker episode 2. So check
Oh,
your
hey,
feeds.
cool, sweet.
So we use this thing called Parsec. It's basically I'll be playing Mario Kart 64 on my computer. Corey can remote in simultaneously, play with his controller, and there's no latency whatsoever, and the picture's good.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
we
I
can
was
both
sitting
play Mario Kart as if he was in the room with me.
I was sitting here in my office playing Mario Kart on Tom's computer through mine,
Through
over
the internet.
on a Bluetooth controller, everything, worst possible conditions, and it worked perfectly.
That's cool.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
xCloud is most definitely on the back of that because Microsoft already owns the infrastructure. They own that company. So they're for sure going to use that for xCloud. I would be very surprised if they didn't. If they can get network hubs, if they can get servers in closer regions, they'll hit the main ones like Chicago, New York, California.
Well, and that's the thing. That's why
they have Azure everywhere though. So
yeah. So Sony clearly will, they have to have some sort of streaming solution, and it'll probably be pretty good, right? They have enough money.
It's not PS Now. That fucking sucks.
They have,
they have sucks.
They have the money and the staff and the resources, and whatever.
They don't have the money. That's the thing. Sony cannot even compare to Microsoft's budget. That's why Microsoft is throwing it around now.
Okay, I'll rephrase it. They have the money to make something, right?
Yeah.
If Sony wanted to have a game streaming service that worked well, they could do it. That's what I mean. But the thing is, if you want to compare apples to apples, they, when Microsoft is doing theirs, they own every step of the process, right? They need to scale it up. They need crazy resources in every data center on every continent. They already have that, right? They just call up a building that they own and say, hey, put this in there. Here's the money, right? And Sony wants to do that. They have to go and buy one, or they have to rent one from Amazon, or so. It just doesn't it doesn't.
Or they
work.
just use Microsoft. Their network structure is in Azure. PlayStation, yeah. So they're eating so much shit from Microsoft right now.
I think
Microsoft. It's a spite move because putting a Blu-ray player in the Xbox One, they had to pay Sony on every unit sold. Now it's just how the turntables. Fuck you guys. You have to pay for everything else.
I guess I didn't know that PlayStation.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna jump in and say all this talk about how great it's gonna be and everything like that. I am super suspicious. Game Pass is sus. It's too cheap.
Oh yeah,
it's not sustainable.
Hell yeah.
As
People
soon
are
as they
gonna
corner the
buy,
market, the price is going up to $30 a month. I guarantee it.
Or game quality is going to go way down. That's the choices you.
Oh
make.
yeah. Well, see, this whole Game Pass thing breeds in the average consumer's mind a more of a throwaway concept for video games. Back in the day, when you're a kid, you get 2 games for an N64. You get one every Christmas, and you play that game thousands of hours because it's the only thing you have to play.
Right.
Game Pass is going to be throwing games at you. They're going to cycle in and out. Games are going to be designed to be able to be consumed by the average person in the average time span that it's on Game Pass. So games are going to get way stupider. It's good. It's like the mobilization, making mobile games of console. That is what's going to happen to the market. That's why
you worded that really well. That's why I'm sticking with Sony. What you just said right there is exact because I don't want that.
I don't want that either.
I don't
but
want a
that's
bunch
what's
of,
going to happen.
you know,
for sure.
shareware every month. I want, you know, my Metal Gear Solids and my huge fantasy adventures and my
Yep.
my Demon Souls, which is designed to make me hate my life. We were just playing Dark Souls 3 the other day, and I hated my life again because I chose a caster class, and that's what gaming is. It's hating your life until you figure it out.
Yeah, you conquer.
Yeah.
But yeah, but they're going to be real slick about it because they have Bethesda now and id and all these huge companies. So every once in a while they're going to put the carrot out there. They're like, "Hey, look at this Elder Scrolls on Game Pass. That's crazy." So you'll probably get like one or maybe two a year, like huge games, and everything else from all their like first party and well, it'll be mostly first party. I think independent developers, if they get on Game Pass, they'll probably still pretty much make the same.
I mean,
games they
honestly,
would otherwise.
if you, at least at the current price point, if you're getting 2 big AAA games a year that you're also interested in,
well,
that math checks out.
But
yeah, it does.
I don't know if that's going to last forever, though. I
don't know either.
As the market shifts.
And the other thing is,
I'll be honest, I misunderstood. I thought Game Pass was $30 a month, and it seemed like a crazy good deal at that point.
No, that's what it's going to be. I'm sure they'll crank it up. At some point.
Here's a thing that like there is a bit of a sunken cost fallacy with Game Pass that I've experienced myself, even because there's a few games that I play through Game Pass, and it's like because so this is like goes back to the digital store thing and how it just gives the company that runs the store more options to make money. Because a year-old game, you can walk into a GameStop and buy a physical copy of a year-old AAA game for like $20, right? $15-$20. But if you wanted to buy it on the digital store, there's no supply and demand there. Like the price is whatever they say it is, right?
Right.
Well,
yeah.
Like, so as an example, say you're playing Crusader Kings. That's the Crusader Kings 3. That's on Game Pass. So say you didn't buy it. Say you're paying $10 a month. You're buying on a Game Pass. Say 6 months from now, you're still playing Crusader Kings, right? But not as much as you used to, because you were playing it a whole shit ton when it came out. It was real hot. Now maybe you boot it up once a week or every other week or something. Well, now if you cancel Game Pass, you don't get to play Crusader Kings anymore. Sure. You have to buy Crusader Kings, which is $50, which you've already paid over the course of however many months.
Yeah.
Right. So like that's kind of the value.
I have a question about Game Pass. This actually will change a lot of stuff. I was under the impression that games on Game Pass, like with like Netflix or anything else, can expire and be taken out of rotation.
My understanding is that if you've installed a game, it's kind of like Steam. Like when games get taken off Steam, if you downloaded it and installed it and it's in your library, if it gets taken off Game Pass, you can still play it. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's how it works.
I thought it was going to be more of a Netflix situation where it's like, here's the flavor of the month.
Yeah.
Like this is the hot game for this month. Next month it's going to be gone. And if you want it, you can buy it and own it forever, but we're not going to you don't get it forever if you're on Game Pass.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what seems to business-wise to make the most sense.
I'll have to look it up and figure out for sure, but I thought that wasn't how that worked. I'm not positive.
I don't have Game Pass. I don't know if I'm going to get an Xbox or a PS4 at this point.
Sure,
or PS5. Yeah. Like I'm split pretty evenly at this point. I don't know. There's just some games on PlayStation that I really want to play again. Like I want to play Demon Souls. I want to play.
I will put a little hope out there.
I want to play Spider-Man.
I'll put a little hope out there for PlayStation. A little. They're not ignorant to what's going on. And one really positive thing that got talked about a lot and then kind of got forgotten about is that with their PS Plus membership, right away they're giving you like the 30 best-selling titles on PlayStation 4 for free, which is an insane value.
But is that as if you already own them?
No, they're like free for everybody. Like that's a huge thing. Like and PlayStation Plus is $60 a year. And I mean, we're talking like Monster Hunter's free with it, Bloodborne's free with it, a ton of like the really good games, and you just download them and play them. And
you might even break 60 FPS finally.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazingly.
And that's really cool. And it shows me that, okay, so they're thinking in the direction of, okay, they need to have an answer for Game Pass. And I don't think they know exactly what it looks like yet. But the fact that right away they're giving you so much good content for free, which is really cool. First of all, because when I first got my PlayStation 4, there were no games on it.
No,
and I remember
Killzone.
I had it for like months.
What was the other? What was that shooter, like the top-down spaceship one? What the hell was that called?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
When I bought my PS4, I had Killzone, which ran at like 11 frames and wasn't even fun. I had Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I think I bought.
Yeah, that was one of my first games on it too.
Yeah, I didn't like that game that much either.
I hated that game.
86. That was their other one.
I didn't play that one.
It's a piece of shit. It's a movie. It's like not even a video game.
And not a good movie either.
No, it's stupid.
It was free. I finally played it when it was free on PS Plus and got about 10 minutes into it and was like, nope.
I'm good. Thanks.
If I were to watch a movie, I'll do it in 2 hours and I'll actually make sure it's something.
But hey, those games beat like Rise Son of Rome for Xbox One.
Yeah.
They both launched like trash.
Yeah.
Like, well, Xbox One fumbled right out of the gate. Like they're like, they have the big conference. They're revealing the console. Like, I know what you want, ESPN.
Yeah.
And then he's just
they had
he's
this
halting
weird
for applause.
They had this weird obsession with like making the Xbox One like everybody's like set top box, like their entertainment box.
Their media center.
Yeah.
It's like those are the people that are buying it. Those are niceties that you can add on. Like it was nice being able to like watch Netflix on your 360. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the point.
Hi.
That's not the point of the system. The people that are buying it want to play video games.
Mm-hmm.
It's like buying an N64 because you want like some media cartridge to watch a JPEG.
You want the Rumble pack.
Yeah, you want
right. So, all that to say, I'm really excited. Like even just having my PS5, like I'm excited that it's launching with 30 games. Then some of them I haven't played yet, and the fact that I can start like Monster Hunter over again while I wait for software to catch up with the new system, that's really cool.
That's sus. I think there's got to be some caveat because that seems too good to be true.
No, I mean I have not seen it. It's free as long as the only thing is that they want to get you to subscribe to
PS
Plus. Yeah, that's the thing.
Which you were going to pay for anyways, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean I have it right now and I hardly use it. I can get Dead by Daylight again.
That's a sweet game.
Oh, why can't I hear you guys now? It changed.
Oh,
No,
did you
we're
unplug
here.
something? Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
What's he done now?
Oh, Sam broke something. Or maybe Sam's better at
there
third.
you are. There you are.
All right, there we go.
Hey everybody, my daughter's doing her first
Podcast appearance.
Yeah, her first cameo.
Excellent.
Can you say
Hey,
hi?
Mercy.
Can you say hello? No, she's being shy.
Oh,
I guess this is when you gotta watch this one on YouTube if you want to see the weird blurry outline of her hair. I guess.
We'll be sure to put
Fading
Sam's
in and
address
out.
in the description as well. So.
yeah.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. So let's go a quick round. What are you leaning more towards? Well, Sam, you already pre-ordered PS5.
Yeah, I'm committed to Sony. I'll stay. But
For
there's-
everybody else, what are you leaning more towards for a next-gen console?
It's tough for me because just spending my own money, if I had to buy one, I know I'm going to get more value out of an Xbox if I buy one. But I also don't want to be the one holdout. Like if everybody has a PlayStation and I bought the other one, like it sucks to be me, right? And that's worse than whatever extra value I'm getting because I think it's a better product. So I think the mob kind of rules here.
I'm going PlayStation.
How about you, Tom?
Am also leaning. Yeah, it's exactly for the exact same reason. Wherever the boys are, that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if all three of you went Microsoft, I'd cancel my pre-order and get an Xbox for sure. Like I just said.
Let's all go Microsoft. Cancel his pre-order.
Yeah.
I'll take his
And then
pre-order.
we'll cancel ours and go PlayStation, and he'll have an
Right.
Xbox. So we don't have to play with them anymore.
The ultimate Mean Girls move. You guys tricked me into getting an Xbox.
Hey
How's your
guys, you want to
Xbox,
play some Xbox?
Yeah. No, I'll
We'll
probably
just
go
hang out in the
PlayStation.
Discord right in
I
front
really
of
like
them.
it. Yeah, I don't know. The only
Spider-Man's a hard sell. I want to play Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man. What else is coming out? Spider-Man. What's their big
I
launch
mean-
title? So Spider-Man,
Demon Souls.
Demon Souls.
And there's like a party game that's like a destruction derby where you get out of your car and charge at each other. I don't know. That's all I know about.
I think I
Oh,
actually
yeah,
remember seeing
yeah.
the trailer for that.
What about the new Jack and Daxter game?
Oh no, it's Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet
Yeah,
and Clank.
that's a big
Oh,
one
I'm
for a
sorry.
lot of families.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been a fan of Ratchet and Clank, so I don't know.
Me either. I didn't really have a PS2, or my brother had it. I never played it. I had GameCube. So it's
One
like,
thing
that's
I
a
really love
franchise
about-
completely lost on me.
This is gonna sound weird, but one thing I really love about the price increase of $70 is that it's gonna be so much harder for me to like justify that guilty pleasure purchase. Like
Yeah.
$70, I know $60 shouldn't be, but $70 absolutely is gonna be like amount that you just go to Walmart and you're like, I kind of want to try that. I'll buy that. Like
Yeah.
there's
I mean, it's a lot.
not
It's
a
a lot of
chance.
money.
yeah.
It
So
is, yeah.
I won't be playing Ratchet and Clank. There's just no way.
Yeah.
I think like I'm kind of desensitized to the 60 number. Like I'll pay it if I want to try a game.
Yep.
But like you see that 6 is now a 7. It's I don't
That's
know.
just too close to 100, right? Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna, like if you're like me and your brain just deals in rounding, like
Yeah.
60 felt so close to 50 that you're like, okay, that's this many hours of work, and if something's intriguing enough, I'll probably get that value out of it. 70 rounds up to 100 though.
Yeah.
That's like
That's-
that's a certain percentage of my mortgage. Like that's not playing around money.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
like- but I mean the big thing on this will affect Coda. I don't think this will matter to any of you. The fact that Final Fantasy, the next one starting out exclusive to PlayStation, that's a pretty baller move in some circles, especially in the Japanese market.
God damn it! Stop. You see this cat?
I
Yeah.
was being assaulted by a cat.
He's attacking my headphone cables, bastard. But he's a sweet boy.
Have you tried making them look less delicious?
What color do cats find disgusting?
I don't know. What color is litter?
Gray.
There you go.
All right, I'll spray paint these headphones gray.
It backfired. He took a shit on my headphones.
Oh fuck! And he keeps rubbing his poop into it. Yeah, PS5. That's the Talk Shop recommendation.
That's what it looks
End of
like.
the
Yeah.
day. Yep.
We're all libertarians, though. We just want to stick it to Microsoft. We're just going to make them work for it. But actually, in pre-orders, Sony's outsold Microsoft. Well, I mean, they've all sold out, but the like different surveys I've seen are still, there's more people excited about the PlayStation 5 than the Microsoft that are filling out these surveys
and
anyway.
I completely forgot to even acknowledge the point that Corey had made earlier. Is if you already have like a gaming PC, there's no real reason to get an Xbox. You can get Game Pass for your PC, and you'll have all. They already made a commitment. Every game that's coming to Xbox will come to PC day one. Why bother?
Because they're going for the soccer mom. What you have to understand is that there's so many. This is going to sound like I'm making a joke, and it's kind of like trying to say it in a funny way, but it's actually very true. There are so many like split families, like single moms and single dads out there that are trying to win like the kids from the divorce. And to do that, you need like the new video game system, right? But most of them are too busy working because you have to cover alimony and all this other crazy stuff. So they're not going to like play video games themselves. So they're going to go the path of least resistance. And when you tell single wine mom Julie that she can go and buy something for $35 a month that will have everything her kid could possibly want and never have to worry about it again, that's unstoppable. That's seriously, that's true.
That is the opiate of the masses product right there. $35 a month, everything your kid would ever want.
And it leaves Sony in a rough spot because right now, like the top tier gamer is going to have a PC. The only reason I don't have a PC is because it's hard enough for me to justify buying a console. The idea of sinking $1,000 into even though it's getting the prices are getting so close, like I'm not going to sink a ton of money into a gaming PC.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Like if you rationalize, it doesn't make any sense. But it's just the way.
Sure.
I mean, just even today, just setting up the PS4 downstairs, I miss just sitting on the couch in front of my TV, and I can do like Steam Link and I can stream from my desktop, but then there's like all the setup and the latency.
It's not the same.
Yeah. It's just easier to just sit down, you turn it on, you boot the game, and you're just sitting there with the controller. It's nice.
That's my Friday night. I love it. It's how I relax. That is still my ultimate way to relax, is just sitting on the couch, putting on a game, and then zoning out. And suddenly, it's 4 a.m. You've got 3 hours to sleep. It's good. But what I was
staying up till 2 a.m. playing Monster Hunter.
yeah.
Letting the Japanese come in and kill everybody.
Dino DNA.
Bingo.
But that's gonna be like, so what you have is PC at the top tier gamers, and then you've got the Xbox, which is gonna go to like, that's gonna have the Nintendo Wii effect. Is that everybody's gonna go buy that when they figure, like, I don't think people have figured out what Game Pass is yet. When that gets into the mainstream, that's going to explode.
Yeah.
So Sony's going to have to really bring, and Ratchet and Clank and Spider-Man isn't going to do it for me, personally.
New God of War though, Ragnarok.
Yeah, the new God of War. I mean, that's obviously huge for
Yeah.
me. I actually forgot about that, to tell you the truth. That's going to be fun. But I'm curious to see what Sony does to compete, because first of all, I'll say this: Sony's gotten fat and lazy because they dominated this console generation so easily. Microsoft never had an answer, and the reason PlayStation was so hungry last time was because Xbox 360 dominated the last cycle.
Yeah,
so you
it'll
see
flip-flop.
like this. You see
Xbox
this
will be the
switch
big
happening.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am curious. I'm still curious. I want to see what Sony does in response. And so far, so like the big thing that happened, right? Probably the biggest thing that's ever happened in gaming, if you want to talk about the market, is that Microsoft bought Bethesda, and now they have, exclusive rights to things like Elder Scrolls, Doom, and Fallout.
I don't like. I've gone back. I don't think they're going to be exclusives, but it's going to be a FU Sony.
Right.
You can absolutely have Elder Scrolls on PlayStation, but you're going to have to pay us for it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, and Microsoft can say, "Oh, well, you already have Game Pass. Here's Fallout 5."
Well, that's going to be how they sell consoles, and what they're going to do is they're going to supplement that by selling it to Sony. They're gonna justify having such a huge AAA game for free on Game Pass by making us buy it for everybody.
Yeah, and Microsoft, I bet you, how much you want to bet they won't even do the video game bundled consoles anymore? Like the whatever, like the X edition,
it'll be Game
God
Pass
of War
bundle.
edition. Yeah, you just buy like the
Game
Xbox
Pass
Game
edition.
Pass edition. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
I think those are just going away in general.
You think so?
Nintendo's the only one who really kind of does that thing anymore, where they make exclusive, like specific style. Like they had the Animal Crossing Switch and the Zelda Switch and all that kind of stuff. PlayStation did that. I guess they had an Overwatch edition of the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
If I remember
I bought
the Call of Duty one, right? You have the Call of Duty PlayStation 4
or Uncharted. I don't remember which one I bought. I bought one of those.
I got the Call of Duty one.
I think I bought the Uncharted one.
I'm such a loser. I'm ashamed to admit this, but I would have paid a little extra for like a Demon Souls PlayStation 5 easily. Like it wouldn't have even been like something I think
You can
about.
pop those weird plates off the side. You
Right,
can get
yeah.
custom art and get your Demon Souls fix.
Yeah.
Jack, you've been quiet. What do you think?
I think that you guys are absolutely right that Microsoft is going to be dominating the game market, but PlayStation all the way, regardless. It'll either be the PS3 of this generation, and people are going to play it regardless. So, majority of the games are going to be on it, and I have a gaming PC, so like Elder Scrolls and Fallout and stuff, that doesn't really bother me if it's not going to be on PlayStation because I have a gaming PC. So,
and like my one worry is like if you think about the 360 PS3 generation, Microsoft obviously dominating, but the one thing that PlayStation had going for it was free online,
multiplayer. But it
multiplayer.
doesn't have that anymore.
Yeah, so it's like, what if you don't have if you're not getting the same value you would out of an Xbox Live Game Pass subscription? How are you going to compete with that? You have to have some like monstrous games that literally everybody wants to play, and the only way to play it is on PlayStation. That's pretty much the only thing they got going for them right
Yeah,
now.
that's their only move right now.
And exclusives are becoming less exclusive. Like it'll be like Demon Souls, yeah, PlayStation, hell yeah, you play it, and then a month later it's on Steam. Like,
yeah,
they're gonna have to sign some very aggressive contracts to keep the interest there. Otherwise, people will either get a gaming PC or just move over to Game Pass.
I'm closer to getting a gaming PC than I ever have been because I'm getting sick of the game. I like the back and forth when there's one slightly more expensive thing,
And it's infinitely backwards compatible. I can play like Oregon Trail.
Yeah,
like
it's hard not to see the appeal. But like you said, I like getting on my couch and I like playing a game. And honestly, the amount of time I can spend playing games is getting less and less anyway as life goes on. And that's actually one of the things that appeals to me about the Xbox is the fact that I wouldn't have to, tell Mercy she's eating the cheap granola bars for the year because Daddy needed a $70 game. So we'll see how it goes.
We're all getting older. It's getting harder to find time. Hades, though, fun town for that.
Yeah, Hades. Well, yeah. Like I said, I can play games as much as I want. It just comes down to how much I want to sacrifice sleep. That's the calculation I have to do.
Ain't that a bitch?
Right.
Yep.
All right.
Well, this has been a very video game heavy episode of the Talk Shop.
Yeah.
I'm curious if you made it all the way through. Sound off in the comments. You'll get
Which comments? Where?
any of them.
Any of them?
Any of them.
All right.
I'm not
hit
on
me
Facebook, but
Hit me up on Last FM.
Eric, when you
how many
when-
scrabbles?
Yeah.
Eric, when you do the obligatory comment on Facebook, let us know where you're leaning.
Yes. Get a
You're the
PlayStation.
You're the only feedback we get.
You don't want to be the only Talk Shop listener on an Xbox. That's just a bad look.
I wonder.
Hey, we're not
I
even
wonder
getting
which
paid
way
for
he's gonna
that.
lean. I don't know. Actually, we'll have to see.
I already know the mailman's going Xbox.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
he's an
he's-
Xbox guy.
Yep. Microsoft man.
Mailman,
to
you
the
know who
bone.
you are. You're not going to be playing with us. It's sad. Well, crossplay. So,
Well, he's got a PC.
oh yeah,
we
I
need
guess
to-
so.
We need to get him on the podcast still.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Mailman, hit us up. Schedule time.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, let's say right
Good
now.
luck.
Next one. Next one.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
whenever that happens.
3 months.
Yeah.
The
Whatever that
megasode.
like, the commitment is being made now. The next time all four of us manage to schedule a time to all be on the same virtual room,
Yeah.
The mailman will be with us.
you will be there.
Is that what he does?
happening.
Delivers mail.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't
He's
know
the
that.
elite mailman.
I didn't know that.
Delivers pleasure to your wife also,
Yeah,
but you know
in unmarked
that
packages.
just comes with the territory of delivering
I'm-
mail.
I'm just glad somebody is.
I mean, if I can't,
Yeah, she
somebody's
deserves.
got to.
Sam's joke is way more offensive than mine.
She deserves. She deserves to be happy. I don't know.
Lamau.
All right. With that, I'm gonna go eat dinner. So
All right, yeah, we'll call it here. Sorry for like people looking for riffing and comedy
I'm not
goofiness.
sorry. Fuck you. Talking about video games.
This is what we enjoy. We're gonna talk about what we like. So, you know,
I refuse to apologize for it because like we need to commit to something for material on this, or we're never gonna get anywhere. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring up. Well, no, we'll talk about it later in the old Discord.
In the secret
You know
group
what I'm
chat.
saying. All right. Thanks everybody for listening. As always, tell a friend if you enjoyed this. If you
I
didn't,
just realized
we know.
when we were talking about the mailman, did y'all think I was talking about Jack's wife?
No.
Okay,
No.
good, because the joke was at my expense. So just making sure that's
Oh,
clear.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, we
okay.
got you. We got
Okay.
you.
I wasn't throwing shade at anybody. I was totally demeaning myself.
Yeah, I didn't take it that way. I don't know.
Are
if
you
anybody else did.
satisfied, audience? I've lessened myself in your eyes.
Right on. All right. Yeah. So till next time, everybody, have a wonderful week.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I stopped recording now.
I did too.
Same.
I'll
Same.
stop
I'm
this
still
recording.
recording.